As travel bans get dropped across Erie County, more and more people will begin to get back on the road.
We're joined now by Elizabeth Carey from AAA to learn about how, some tips on how to stay safe out there. Elizabeth, you are in the South Towns, and it is just wild behind you. But give us some tips.
Yeah, you can see the big mound of snow that's right there. It's been piling up.
Oh, my goodness. Give us some tips on, if drivers are headed out in a travel advisory, what should they be aware of?
Yeah, if you can stay safe and warm at home, please continue to do so. I know a lot of people have cabin fever, but it's best to stay home because what we're seeing right now is still areas like Buffalo and Lackawanna under that travel ban where the roads are still not passable. We're having problems getting our emergency crews from their homes into work. And at the same time, our trucks are trying to get down the street to pull cars out of the snow, et cetera. And there's so much congestion on the roads. Like, for instance, Route 20, Southwestern, major roads like transit that a lot of people would travel down with the highway being closed. There's just creating a big backup and a lot of traffic right now, and that just impedes these emergency efforts.
Elizabeth, are your crews able to get out and help people, or are they pretty preoccupied right now?
Well, we're still not operating normally like we would, but it's still an emergency situation. So what we're doing is we're servicing cars. We can't get into a lot of key areas that have been hardest hit, like in Buffalo or Lackawanna that are under travel bans. A lot of these side streets are just still filled with snow. So we're working all around that area, North Towns, South Towns. It's just getting into that really hard hit area has been very difficult for us.
How many crews do you have on the roads, helping to service vehicles that need it?
Yeah, we have a full service. Our drivers were anxious and ready to come back to work. And as soon as they could dig out, people were heading in, and we have extra crews on. We have crews on standby in Syracuse, and we're waiting word from the Thruway Authority. I don't know if they have made that announcement yet this morning, but we were waiting for that news this morning. As soon as the Thruway opens, our Syracuse crews will head to Buffalo to help.
Nice.
All right. I think a lot of people are thinking that they can brave the roads right now, brave the slush and the sludge that we've seen out there. What would you say to the people who, think, I have four-wheel drive, I have good snow tires, I can make it through this?
Yeah, we learned a lot of lessons through this storm. If you haven't seen it, it's hard to believe if you're in an area that didn't get hit so hard, what's actually happening in some other areas. Take our word for it. AAA is reminding everyone, again, stay home and stay safe if you can. If you want to go out there for an emergency situation, you're an essential employee, that's okay. Let these people have the roads right now. If you want to get to a, post-holiday sale at a retail store, that can wait.
Yeah. And lastly, Elizabeth, if your car does get stuck in the snow, or if it's been stuck, what should people do? Some tips for getting a car unstuck, or should they just leave it to you guys, the experts, and call you?
Yeah, they can definitely call AAA, and we can help them out with that. The thing is, the advice we always give is from the New York State Police that if you go off the road and you're stuck in snow, stay seatbelted in and call for help. You don't want to get out of the vehicle and have someone strike you. Yet again, we don't want to see people stranded in the cars for several hours on end. So you have to kind of take each situation and look to see what you're near. Is there something you can walk to for help? Is it safe to do so? The basic rule kind of had a change in this storm based on some situations that people found themselves in. But today we're reminding everyone, don't go out unless you have to. If you are on the road, you go off the road, call for help. But still, make sure you have that emergency winter kit in your car. We heard of a lot of people saying, oh, well, I'm in summer clothes and I'm stranded. But you want to make sure you're dressed for the elements. You have blanket in your car, warm clothes, tools, snacks, and water.
All right, Elizabeth, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for those tips. We really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, stay safe.
Stay safe. Thanks, Elizabeth.